In this video, I want to share with you how I carved this San Francisco Giants logo on this round piece of material. If you are needing help with carving on round pieces of material, then this is going to be a good example for you, and you're going to want to stick around. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Edgar with the Timber Pine, and in this video, I want to share with you step by step how to carve something on a round piece of material. In this case, we're going to be using the San Francisco Giants logo. If this is something that you've been trying to figure out, well, there's this example, and I've also recently showed you how to do it with an LA Dodgers logo as well. The process is going to be the exact same, but hey, it's just another example of seeing this process executed. If you are liking the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. It all helps out. And let's just go ahead and jump into the video. All right, guys, so jumping into Carbide Create. So the very first thing is that you want to go ahead and bring in your design, your logo, your emblem, whatever it is that you want to carve on the round piece of material. In this case, I wanted to create a San Francisco Giants sign, and all I did was I Googled a San Francisco Giants logo, saved that image, and then brought it into Carbide Create using this trace image feature. Once I brought it into the trace image feature, I can go ahead and trace the image, and it creates vectors. It converts this image into vectors. And so sometimes you have to mess around with the threshold and things like that, but typically it's pretty dead on or pretty dead accurate from the get-go. So just press OK. And so see, there you go. I have it traced and ready to go. So it's that simple. Find an image, a sports team that your kids may like, and just make them a sign like this. Okay, so that's what I did. Now that I have it here, how do I carve this on a round piece of material? So the very first thing that I want to do is I want to create a circular vector to represent the round that I'm going to be carving on. On other videos, I've explained that the grid is going to be the representation of your material. In this particular case, when you're carving on a round piece of material, that will not work for obvious reasons. This isn't round. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to create a round vector. This is going to serve as the representation of the material that you're carving on. Once you create that round vector, you're going to enter the correct radius. My circle or my round piece of material is 24 inches, so I'm going to enter a radius of 12. Once I have it here on the grid, I'm going to select my logo or whatever it is that you're carving. I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to select the round vector, and then I'm going to come over here to Align Vectors, and I'm going to align horizontally and vertically, and that centers the logo, in this case, in the circle or in the round representation of my material. All right, so that's the first step. And from there on, and it's that simple, guys. The next step is just setting up your toolpath. And since I want to carve this whole thing into my material, I'm going to select it. Make sure it's already selected here for me. So I've already grouped everything. So select everything that you want to carve into your round piece of material. And in my case, I'm going to be using an advanced V-carve. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. With my vector selected, I'll click on the V-carve icon, the Use Current Selection, Enable Area Pocket tool. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to update this to 80/90. I like to use that as my plunge and feed rate for carves that really don't have a whole lot of intricate details, and I'm just trying to get material out of the way. And I'll do that same for the 60-degree V-bit. That's going to be my second tool. And just keep in mind that in order for this toolpath to work, you're going to need the bit setter. So just keep that in mind. The max depth that I use is 0.04, and then I'll click OK. Let's take a look at that simulation. And there you go. This is a perfect carve. Of course, you can't see that it's on a round piece of material, but it is going to be carved on that round piece of material. So let me show you the last step that you need to take in order to execute this correctly. The very last thing that you need to do is you need to create a rectangular vector. So click on Create Rectangle, and you just get this on there. Any size will do. And then you need to make this the size of your round. So my round is 24 inches round, so I need to make this 24 by 24. I'm then going to have it selected, hold Shift, and select the outermost vector, which is my round, and then I'm going to align horizontally and vertically. And you need to have it like this when you save your toolpath. You have to have this square around it. I don't know why, but if you don't have it, you're not going to be able, it's not going to carve correctly. So that is the key point when carving on a round piece of material. You need to have this rectangle square or this square around your material in order for it to work correctly. Now let's go to the montage and let's see how this carved. All right, guys, so that's how I carved the San Francisco Giants logo. If you want to see the LA Dodgers set up and carve, go ahead and click on your screen right now, and I'll see you over there.